people who have not been able to join today, we will be recording this. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
And the
sorry
recording
to
will be
interrupt, but
available.
if somebody is not comfortable in recording this, feel free to just turn off your camera. But because we have to record this, this is in progress. So if you're not comfortable, just feel free to just turn off. You can still speak. We don't compulsorily want you to have your camera on. So whatever suits you.
Correct. And you don't need to record on your end. This recording will be available on our YouTube, and we will email all of you. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Sorry, I'll have to start all over again. One minute. So, good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another workshop of Migrant Career Support Trust. As you may be aware, we are a trust, a non-profit charitable trust. We support migrants to settle into mainstream careers in New Zealand. We have been doing a lot of physical and online workshops. So this one is an online. We keep doing online webinars so that people who are out of Auckland also can take advantage of our experts and all the information that we have to give. So today, immigration is a topic which is, of course, very close to each migrant's heart. And, recently there have been a lot of changes in the migration policies. It's a big, deep web, very difficult to navigate. And that's why today we have a very big expert from Kiviana Careers and Kiviana Immigration, Mr. Pavandeep Singh. I'll just get him on the screen for you. Yes. Hi, Pavan. You are on screen now. How are you doing?
I'm good, Gary. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to our Migrant Careers webinar. And thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule. It is very difficult to catch Pavan, and we've been successful trying since January. So I'll briefly introduce Pavan and then give over to him, and he can take you through today's webinar. So Pavan is the Director and Principal Advisor at Kiviana Immigration. Pavan came to New Zealand himself in the year 2011 as an international student and understands the journey of migrant very well. He's into the business of international education and immigration for the past 10 years and is a practicing licensed immigration advisor since 2019. So who better than Pavan, who has been through the rigor from international student to being a citizen and now, guiding others. So thank you, Pavan, for all that you do for the migrant community. And we are, really looking forward to today's webinar with you.
Thank you. Thanks, Gary.
So before we start, I'll just give a quick structure of what we're going to discuss today. And, because I know immigration is quite a hot topic and you have a lot of questions. So we have broken down the discussion into a few segments. So we'll start with an overview of residence pathways which exist in today's policies. We walk through then each resident pathway available, which is mainly the skilled migrant category, and that will be followed by the Q&A for skilled migrant category. Then there will be a straight to residence and work to residence module, and then we will have a Q&A for that module. Then what options are available for those people who don't meet either of these criteria? So some of you may be falling in that bracket. Then we'll talk about those options as well. And after that, a general Q&A. So please, whatever category you fall in, save your questions. There will be enough time for Q&A, but to make it more efficient and quick, this is the structure. And now hand it over to Pavan. Over to you, Pavan, to take it from there. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Gary, before we start, can you please do a polling so that I can better understand the kind of audience we have got today?
Yes. So again, now this is the time where your thumbs up will come into the picture. What we want to know is that out of the people who are attending right now, how many of you are on work visa? So let's only do a thumbs up of people who are on work visa right now, so that Pavan can know how many people in the current room are having a work visa. So there are 15 thumbs up, 14.
Yeah.
So, okay, around 15.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Gary.
Yeah.
I think so people who are leaving their thumbs up in chat, can you react so at least Pavan can see it?
Okay. No, I'm counting in the bottom. That's giving me a count, but there are only 4 people. How's that possible?
Um, no,
One.
because we are getting thumbs up in chat. I would
Okay.
ask every participant to react. So if you
Yeah, yeah.
go,
Just put that in your reactions. Don't need to put in the chat. Just put it in your reactions so we can do a quick count of, yeah. Just do in the reactions. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
yes. So at least we
Perfect.
can,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
need to put it in the chat. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Thanks for clarification, Amy.
No.
So we are getting around 15-20 people on work visa, I think.
Yes, and I have got few in chat box, which
So
is 5 to 6. So probably around 20 we have.
okay. That's good for you, Pawan, and we'll
Yes.
do the next one
And
then.
can we, yes, please. And how many of them are on a student visa? That would be really great to
Okay.
know.
So yeah, how many people are on student visa now? Can you put a thumbs up in the reactions and show us how many people are on student visa in this room? Quickly, just go to the bottom reactions and press a thumbs up if you are on student visa or you have questions regarding student visa today. So there are less number of student visas. There are 4-5 people on student visa, I guess.
Awesome. I
What is the
think we can start with the presentation now.
Do you have any other third category?
No, should be good
Same.
to go.
That's fine. Okay. So yeah. So Pawan, over to you. You can start now. Yeah.
Gary, can you please confirm if you are able to see my presentation?
Yes, we can see the presentation properly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. It's good to see around 70 participants. It's a pretty good number on Saturday morning. So thank you once again for joining, and a special thanks to Gary from Migrant Career Trust for making this happen, because this was an hour of a need, because since the borders have reopened, many workers and students have entered New Zealand, and on regular basis we get a lot of queries from those who are a bit struggling and they're not sure about what pathway to follow, to secure their residence in the future. To introduce about myself, as Gary mentioned, so I also came here as an international student back in 2011, and I pursued my studies at a UT University. And after that, I got my work visa, struggled to get a job, and then applied for my residence. And right after getting my resident, I started this company as an international education agent, and been practicing as LIA since 2019 January. So it's been more than 5 years. Um, and the overview and the concept behind conducting this webinar was to give you an overview of the residence pathways that are available, so that we won't be talking much in depth, but obviously we will be giving you a bit of insight overview, so that you can understand and you can start thinking about it, how you can make your way through in the future. Now, coming to a company, like I mentioned, we it's been 10 years. We are working. We are into this international education and immigration space, and so far we have served more than 5,000 clients, and we are consistently trying our level best to make sure that migrants are being getting genuine and authentic advice, because most of the migrants who enter New Zealand, they don't have much insight about how they're gonna make their way through in the future. So, as an immigration advisor, it becomes a responsibility that whosoever is getting in touch with us is getting the genuine and authentic advice. So that's the moral of a company. Now, moving on to the residence categories. I know most of the people, they keep on doing their Google search and all that stuff just to see, what pathway they can follow and all that stuff. So just to keep it very easy and simple for you guys, so at this stage, there are 4 active skilled residence categories, that you can qualify under in the future. So the most popular one is the skilled migrant category, which is a point-based system, which is also called as SMCSX. Secondly, we have got straight to residence. So straight to residence is basically aligned with tier 1 of green list, so that anyone who is falling under that occupation on the basis of meeting the requirements, they can apply for the straight to residence application. Then the third one we have got is work to residence, which aligns with the tier 2 of the green list. And the fourth one is basically a work to residence under the care workforce sector agreement. So just to clarify, the care workforce sector agreement doesn't align with any of the green list. It's basically a sector agreement that was made between the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Immigration. Now, talking about the skilled migrant category, which is popularly known as SMC6 because it's a 6-point base system. So the main point behind this particular category is that any migrant who is able to make 6 points and a suitable job offer or skilled employment can apply for their residence under the SMC6 criteria. So to qualify under this skilled migrant category system, there are three subcategories. There are three ways that you can make your way through to make your 6 points. So the first one is either you can make your points as a with the help of your occupational registration. Let's say if you are into an occupation that leads to occupational registration, for example, nurses or teachers. So you can be awarded with certain points ranging from 3 to 6, uh, and based on your occupational registration and the skilled employment, you can qualify for the residence. Second subcategory is the combination of qualification and experience. So let's say if you have done level 10 PhD, that qualifies for 6 points. And in that case, you just need a job offer or skilled employment to apply for your residence. The second subcategory is the level 9, which is masters. So anyone who has done masters back in the home country, which you can get it assessed from NZQF, and or you have done level 9 here in New Zealand, you can be awarded with the 5 points. In that case, you need 1 year of skilled work experience plus the job offer. And then moving on to level 8, which gives you 4 points. In that case, you need 2 years of work experience plus the job offer. And the last one is the level 7, that gives you basically 3 points. In that case, you need 3 years of work experience. So the third subcategory is basically on the basis of the income threshold. So income threshold, let's say if you're not in the occupation of profession that leads to registration, or you don't have a certain qualification, but you have an employment that basically gives you either the 3 times the median wage rate or 2 times the median wage rate or 1.5 times the median wage rate. So
Sorry, Pavan, I think you've not moved the slide uh, for the skill migrant category. Yeah, correct. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
right. So there are certain ways you can, so this is a snippet we have got from immigration's website. So if you go, let's go through one by one. So let's say the first one is let's say you've got New Zealand occupation registration, that or the PhD degree, or maybe the job offer that gives you 3 times the median wage rate, that qualifies for the 6 points. So in that case, you don't need a skilled work experience. You just need a skilled job offer so that you can apply for the residence. Second case is when you have got New Zealand registration that gives you 5 points, or a master's degree. It can be a master's degree from New Zealand, it can be from overseas as well. So the qualification that is from overseas, that needs to be assessed by NZQF, and it should be coming equivalent to level 9. So in that case, you need 1 year of skilled work experience plus the job offer. Third case is when you have got occupation that leads to registration that can give you 4 points, or a post-grad diploma, or a job offer that's paid 2 times the median wage rate. So that will give you 4 points. So in this case, you need 2 years of skilled work experience in New Zealand plus the job offer. And the fourth and the last case is when there is an occupation that can give you 2 points, or sorry, the 3 points, or a bachelor degree, or a job offer that gives you 1.5 times the median wage rate. So in that case, you need 3 years of skilled work experience in New Zealand plus the job offer to qualify for skilled migrant category. Now, the important question here is that what is the skilled offer or employment? So, skilled offer or employment is something that pays you at least the national median wage rate if your occupation is listed in the ANSCO skill level 1 to 3. So, ANSCO is basically a list of occupations uh, that ranges from skill level 1 to 5. So, occupations that lead that are basically falling under skill level 1 to 3, and if you are getting paid at national median wage rate, which is $31.61 at this point of time, that can be considered as your skilled employment. However, there are people who are into the employment that falls under the skill level 4 5, and in that case you need 1.5 times the national median wage rate, which is $47.41 per hour. So the employment has to be full time. That should guarantee at least 30 hours per week, and it should be with the accredited employer only. So if your employer is not accredited, your employment won't be considered as the valid one. It should be for permanent or a fixed term of at least 12 months, and it should be genuine, which is very important. So I think, Gary, we can take now question and answers for this particular category so that we can clarify at the same time itself.
Yes. Yeah, so there have been some people who've been texting me. So please don't text me any questions. Put it in the chat here. So just so far on the skill migrant category, do you have any questions? So if you want, you can raise your hand. In the bottom reactions, raise your hand. We will unmute you and we'll get you on the stage. Yeah. Yeah, Rana, you can ask your question now.
Yes, my question is that my working visa is as a cook here with accredited employer. So my education is like I do MBA from my home country. So I can collect point for both working here as 2 or 3 years as a cook and my MBA in management.
Good morning, Rana.
Good morning.
Thanks for raising this question. So, see, the MBA degree you have done back in India, you can get it assessed from NZQA.
Okay.
If it comes equivalent to level 9, you can be awarded with 5 points for your MBA.
Okay.
Coming to your skilled employment, which you're saying you're working as a cook. See, in generic, cook falls under the skill level 4 5 nowadays. Earlier, it
Okay.
used skill level 3, but now under the ANSCO version 1.3, it falls under the skill level 4 5 category. So in that case, you need a per hour pay rate of $47.41.
Okay.
Then only you can apply for residence as a cook if you want.
After how many years?
After completing 1 year of work experience.
Okay.
But in your case, let's be very realistic. It's very hard for any employer to pay any cook as a $47.41.
Okay.
So which doesn't seem to be possible in your case. So what I would recommend, first of all, you should check that what ANSCO code was actually used while you got your work visa.
Okay.
If in case it was a chef ANSCO code, then
Mm-hmm.
your case can be presented in some other way.
All right.
So I can't give you the concrete answer because I need some more details about the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then only I can give you the concrete answer. But
Mm-hmm.
the way you are telling, you doesn't seem to be eligible at this point of time.
Okay. So one more question.
No,
Yes,
Rana,
please.
sorry. No, I cannot let you ask one more question. What you can do is
Okay.
you can email us those questions. We will send it to Pawan. Where there are
Okay.
many people, let's give other people a chance. Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Let's
all right.
take
All
next
right.
one. Thank you. Next, I'm going to Shekhar. And please be quick in your questions and please ask pointed questions. Okay. And no second questions. Yeah.
Sorry, Gary, can I just interrupt once again?
Yeah.
I can see few questions in chat box.
Yeah.
I would really say when people are sending questions, I would say just keep some personal information to yourself, because this is visible to everybody, and we do not want everybody to know about the situation or
Correct.
what you are receiving right now.
Yeah.
So if you can just direct your questions
Yeah.
to me, there is an option, if you drop it down from everybody to me, I can just read out the questions to Pawan and then he can answer it. So that's how we can just just protect your privacy too.
Okay.
We have few questions, Pawan, in chat box.
Sure.
Once you're ready, let me know. I would just give chance to people who are raising hands,
Yeah.
so they
We'll do
can
that.
go first, and then we'll just read out the questions.
Surely. Thanks. By the way, you can reach Amy at, there's a name Migrant Careers. So her online name is Migrant Careers, and you can do that in the chat. We are quickly going to Shekhar. Shekhar, you can ask your question quickly, please. Yeah.
Sure, thank you so much. I'm going to keep it very short. I'm here on a partner of a student visa. He's studying his level 9. I have got a job with a company which pays me roughly $43 per hour. And this is into marketing. Is there a way that I can use that kind of a wage that I'm earning to apply for some, residency path or an option out there?
Shekhar, again, because with this information, I won't be able to give you the exact answer you're looking for. What I would recommend you, if you can please drop us your email ID. What I will do, I will send you one residence assessment form that we have prepared for our clients. So
Sure.
that will help us in getting all the relevant information we need from your end. And with that, we will be able to help you out, because I need to know about your qualifications. I need to know about your job duties. I need to
Right.
know about what will be your contractual obligations and all that stuff. So definitely, I need some more information before I can give you the right advice. So, like I said, drop us your email ID. You can text that to Emmy, and we will send you the residence assessment form later on Monday, and you
Sure.
can fill that up, send it back to us, and we'll be more than happy to assist you.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers.
you, Shekhar. Okay, next is Amritpreet, and we can take one or two more questions, Pawan. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So Amritpreet, you can. I'm unmuting you, and then you can ask your question. Yeah, yeah. Amritpreet, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, my name is Amritpreet and I am on accredited employer work visa. And I'm working here as a healthcare assistant caregiver. In India, I have done my GNM and my current pay rate is $31 per hour. So it falls for a pathway to residence or not?
Amritpreet, we do have a separate slide for healthcare sector agreement, which we will be talking on in next few minutes. So what I would recommend you, when we are done with that slide, then if you can please raise your question again, and then it will be much more relevant for me to answer that question, if that's okay with you.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Thank
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Amritpreet. Next, we are coming to Ali. Ali, you are next in queue, so you can. Yeah.
Hello, thank you for the session.
Yeah.
I am on a spouse visa. My wife is doing a PhD from here, and I did my engineering and master's from Pakistan. I just want to confirm that when you apply for, because I have done master's, when I apply for this residency, and I need to have that 1 year experience, and currently the work that I am doing pays me less than the median wage. So the 1 year experience that we need to show, should it be more than the median wage, or we could claim it when even if we do not reach that threshold of the median wage?
It has to be at the national median wage rate when you started the job. So let's say if you started your job before 28th February this year, uh, the national median wage rate for skilled migrant category was $29.66. So if you were getting paid at $29.66 before the new national median wage rate came into the picture, it would be considered. But if you are not getting paid at national median wage rate for your skilled work experience, unfortunately, it won't be counted.
Okay. Thank you, Ali. Next is Madan. I'm asking you to unmute now. Madan, you can ask your question now.
Yeah. Hi, Pawan. Thanks for the session. My background is MBA in marketing, and plus I have a 10 years experience, but everything is out of New Zealand. I recently got a job a month back in a company which is an accredited employer, I just want to know when can I apply for the
So
residency.
what sort of job are you into, Madan?
I'm into digital marketing.
And what are you working as? What's your exact designation?
So designation they have given is a digital platform manager.
Okay. So basically, again, I need some more details about your case before I can confirm.
Yeah.
So if you can please drop us your email ID, we will send you the residence assessment form, and we will
Yeah.
request for some additional documentation so that we can give you the concrete advice. But the way you are explaining, it looks like possible to me.
So I can go ahead and apply for SMC or SMC.
See,
What is it?
to give you the final advice, I need to know
Okay.
some more
Okay.
details. But your
Understood.
case looks promising to me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Pawan, we'll quickly, Amy, if you can read out, there are two questions, one by Abbas Ali and one by Siva Kumar. Can you quickly read them out? We'll take two questions from the chat now.
Yeah, sure. There are some few questions which are directly to me. Just two things before we move to questions. Pawan, is that possible that you can share your email ID in chat box to everybody? So if for any reason we are not able to answer their questions, then they can just send their queries to our email addresses. I have dropped mine.
Amy,
And
no, Amy, no, we won't do that because then Pawan get flooded with those things. So tell everyone to email us and we will forward all of them together to Pawan. Tell them
okay,
to
all
send
right.
their questions. Everyone send their questions to us and send us your name and email ID. So Pawan can contact you directly and then we
Yes,
can
I
take.
have shared my email address. So I would ask everybody to send your queries to me if your question is not
Yes,
answered.
please. Yes.
Now from Abbas Ali, Pawan, the question is what he's saying is he's working in ICT based job for past 2 years and he do not have any ICT qualification. And he's saying that he has done PG diploma in New Zealand. So can he use that 4 points and use 2 years of skill experience to make it 6 points?
Okay. Okay. So he can claim 4 points for the postgrad diploma he has done in New Zealand. So if he is working in ICT, uh, to apply for the residence and for the skilled employment conditions, he needs to be suitably qualified as well. Definitely, he can claim skilled work experience for the work he is doing, the way he has explained. But for the skilled employment as well, he needs to be suitably qualified. So let's say if he is doing a ICT job which falls under the skill level 1, he needs to hold either 5 years of experience or minimum a bachelor's degree, which should be relevant. If he is doing a job which is skill level 2 3 in the ANSCO list, in that case he needs 3 years of skilled work experience to be suitably qualified for that job, to be considered as a skilled employment, or a relevant diploma. So again, to provide the right advice, I need some additional details. It would be great if he can drop us his email ID. We will send him the residence assessment form, and we will request for his qualification as well as the employment documents to do the complete assessment.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Pawan. I have one more question from Nibin.
Yeah, that will be the last one, Amy. Huh? Then we have to move on to the next.
Okay, sure. So, what? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what Nibin is. I'm just gonna read that out. Hi, I have AWE visa. And sorry, they're working as chef and paying above $31 an hour. So, can they apply for residence?
We need to know what qualification he holds. So I'm assuming, I'm just an example to give him some idea about how he can go forward. So let's say if he has done, for example, bachelor's of hospitality management back in the home country. Let's say if he get it assessed from NZQA, it comes to level 7, he can claim 3 points for that. And if he's working as a chef here, and the way he has mentioned that he's getting more than $31, so upon completing 3 years of work experience as a chef, he will be able to claim 3 points for the skilled work experience as a chef. And then after 3 years, he should be eligible to apply for the residence under this category.
Okay.
Okay, thank
So
you so much.
thank you, Amy. So Pawan, this is 11:30 now. Okay, do you want to continue with the presentation, or you can take one?
Yes, please. I think we have got a lot left,
Yeah, let's do that.
we can move
So
on.
let's continue with the presentation. And sorry, people who have raised your hands, but we couldn't take your questions. Like Amy said, you just email us your questions, and we will definitely send it to Pawan, and his team will come back to you. And let's continue with the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, so now moving on to the next residence pathway, which is straight to residence. So straight to residence is basically that aligns with the tier one of the green list. So there are two green lists, which is one is tier one, another one is tier two. So the straight to residence completely aligns with the tier one of the green list. So I'll just quickly walk you through some occupations that fall under this category. Gary, can you please confirm you are able to see my screen?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the immigration's website?
Yes. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a basically open platform that is available on immigration's website. So if you go to the section of green list roles, so industry by industry or role by role, you will be able to filter out the occupation that fall under the tier one or tier two. So just as an example, so let's say if you want to go into the construction side. So under the construction, you would see there are 8 roles. Some of them are tier one, some of them are tier two. So let's say if we pick construction project manager as an example. So you could see there are certain conditions mentioned in here, the green list requirements. So let's say if you are able to get a job as a construction project manager, and if you are able to meet either of these conditions mentioned in here, you should be able to apply for the straight to residence right away. So this is not a point-based system. This is on the basis of your occupation meeting the green list requirements, as well as your employment has to be with an accredited employer. It has to be full-time, similar to what we explained under the skill migrant category, and you should be able to apply under the straight to residence. So what I would recommend, because there are around more than 200 roles that fall under the green list, so you can navigate yourself on immigration's website just to see if you are able to qualify under any of these in a way. Moving on to the third one, which is the work to residence, which basically completely aligns with the tier two of green list. So the condition in here is that whosoever is applying under this category, work to residence, which aligns with tier two green list, you need to work on that occupation for the period of 2 years at national median wage rate of that particular point of time before you can apply for the. So again, like I navigated you through the tier one green list. So similarly, you can look for the occupation that fall under the tier two. So for example, if we look at this one, which is early childhood pre-primary school teacher, so which falls under the tier two of the green list. So the requirements are either you need to hold registration with the Teaching Council and provisional practicing certificate issued by the Teaching Council of New Zealand. So let's say if you completed your qualification in New Zealand and you attained your license, then you need to work for an accredited employer for 2 years as a preschool teacher, and upon completing 2 years, you can apply for your residence under this category. Now coming to the fourth and the last one, which is basically a care workforce work to residence. So this category is basically doesn't aligns with any of the green list. So this is a special scheme that was introduced by Immigration New Zealand back in September 2023, that whosoever who completes 2 years of work experience as a caregiver at level 4 pay parity, then you should be able to apply for your residence upon completing 24 months of your work experience. So this sector agreement is getting expired later this year, I think in October somewhere. It may get extended depending upon what agreement goes on between both the agencies. So, but those like Amritpreet, raised her question that she is working as a caregiver and getting paid $31, which I'm assuming is above the level 4 pay parity, which is $28.25. So upon completing 2 years of her experience, she should be able to apply for her residence in the future. So Gary, now I think we can take some questions because I can assume there are people who want to know more about these categories as well.
Yeah, thank you, Pavan. You are a Santa Claus because you're ready to answer questions. So that's good. So again, we'll be very quick. People who have already asked questions, please do not raise your hands.
I
Give
would request if you can please take a question from Amrit to start with,
Yeah.
because she has been
Okay.
waiting.
Amrit, can you raise your hand, Amrit, so I can see you on the top quickly? Yeah. Okay. Amrit Pal Singh. Yeah, correct. Oh, sorry, that was Amrit Preet. Sorry.
Yes.
Amrit Preet, can you say something, Amrit Preet? Are you unmuted?
Yes,
Yeah, quickly.
I'm working as a healthcare assistant as a caregiver here, and I have done my GNM in India and getting paid like $31 per hour. So can in the month of June like this, there will be my 1 year experience. So
Amritpreet, I'm assuming that you started your experience last year in June. Is
yeah,
that correct?
yeah, yes,
So okay.
yes.
So when you started your experience last year, you already entered into this pathway. Okay,
Okay.
which means after completing 2 years, I mean next year, you will be able to apply under this category.
Okay. So my like company is giving me opportunity like to work with the other company like to change my visa. So what I need to do for that? Do I
So in
need to
that,
change or
yeah, so you need obviously you need a job offer, you need a job token so that you can apply for the variation of conditions to change your role, change your job in a way to some other company. So you
okay.
can use two companies' work experience as well to qualify under this category.
So so that experience will be counted if I change my company.
Yes, it will be counted. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Amritpreet. We have to move on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Mir, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question now.
Sir, I want to ask that I'm working as a kitchen hand on level 5 job in New Zealand, and I have also a bachelor's degree, BBA honors. So I want to ask that can my journey in getting my PR here in New Zealand on this level of job?
Mihir, like I mentioned earlier as well, so the jobs that fall under skill level 4-5, you
Yeah,
need a pay rate of $47.41. So I don't think an employer would be paying $47.41 to anyone working at kitchen hand role. So I think
yeah,
it's better. Since you have done bachelor's back in your home country, you can
yeah,
get it assessed from NZQA,
yeah,
which I'm presuming would come to NZQF level 7. That will
yeah,
give you 3 points.
yeah, yeah,
You should start looking for a job that falls
yeah,
into skill level 1 to 3 and
yeah,
matches with your qualification back in the home country. Okay.
yeah,
Based on that, you may
yeah,
be eligible to apply for residence in the future. So I think in your case, my strict advice would be to start looking for a better job that
yeah,
should fall in the skill level 1 to 3 and
yeah,
paid at national median wage rate.
yeah. Just like a manager, sir. Job like just hotel manager and like this.
Yeah, depends what sort of manager
Employee.
you will be. So it depends.
Yeah. So for more
Okay,
details, Mir, you can contact Pavan. Okay, and we'll go to the
okay.
next. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Kasun. I'm asking you to unmute Kasun Dhanpala. You can ask your
Hi.
question quickly.
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning. I am on dependent work visa because my wife is following a master's course. So my background is engineering. I got my master's degree evaluated in NZQA as level 9, as well as I got the registration through the Registered Engineering Associates. So currently I have that 2 access in the level 9 or through the Registration Engineering Associates. So my problem is currently I am work as an engineer, but my work is not under the skill level 1 or 2 because it is not in the ANSCO list. So if but my wage also above the median wage. So in this situation, can I apply for the residency?
Kasun, I need to have a look at your job duties in detail before I can confirm, because what happens is every organization has their own way of describing the description of the job. Okay. So let's say if you're working as a technician in one company, your job duties can differ from another company who have been employing people at the same, I mean, the people under the same occupation.
Okay.
So it's very important for me to understand in depth your job description, so that we can see what ANSCO code can be used in your case, so that upon completing your 1 year of experience, you can apply for your residence in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next is Amrit. Amrit Pal Singh. Amrit Pal, you can ask a question now. I've unmuted you.
Good morning, everyone. I am on accredited employer work visa, and my visa in the transport sector. Is my voice audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, Amritpal, we can hear you.
Yeah. And my visa got approved on 23rd June 2023.
Right.
I would like to ask a question that can I extend my visa? Now my visa is for 3 years. Can I extend my visa for 2 years more?
See, this is okay. If you're working as a truck driver, so is it class 4 or class 5 or what? Like, can you explain?
Yes, class 4 and class 5. Yes.
Class 4 and
I
class
am
5.
driving both class 4 and class 5 vehicle in my company right now.
Right. So first of all, I'll give you. I would like to explain two things here. First of all, the way you have explained, you're already falling under the transport sector agreement. I mean, which is again a pathway to residence in a way. So after completing 2 years of your work experience as a class 4 or class 5 truck driver, you will be able to eligible for your you will be able to eligible to apply for your residence after completing 2 years. That is after 21st June 2025. Now coming to the extension of the visa, uh, as per the current rules, the new changes announced by Immigration New Zealand, those who are falling under the transport sector agreement can get their visa extended, but you need to meet the new minimum skill threshold that has been set by Immigration New Zealand, which means in your case, if you have got any sort of bachelor degree, which can be in any field, that can help you in extending your visa, or if you have got 3 years of work experience, including the overseas work experience, that can also be used to get your work visa extended.
Okay. Yes, I have got experience of 10 years in my home country also.
Yeah, so that can be used. So in that way, there is a possibility. And on top of that, because the truck drivers fall under skill level 4-5, you would also need to appear for IELTS or PT and need to score 4 score overall to
And
get your
for,
visa extended.
can I continue, please?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Just quickly, please.
Yeah, just let him complete because he's yeah.
Yeah, and sorry, my wife and my child is also with me. So they also, my wife also need to require to do the PT or IELTS exam?
Not for the visa extension.
No, not for the visa extension, for the PR.
Yes,
If I apply.
they need to. Your wife would need to score 5 bands overall, and if your child is below 16 years, then they don't need to appear for IELTS.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Pawan, I think we will continue with the presentation, or let's finish the presentation. Then we'll come back to the Q&A. People who are in queue, please remain in the queue and we'll come back to you after. Let him complete his presentation. Yeah.
Okay, so now at the last, I know there are many people who are actually not meeting the criteria we have discussed in this session. They're not meeting the criteria of skilled migrant category. They're not meeting the criteria of tier 1 green list or tier 2 green list or workforce sector agreement. So the question here is what they can do to get their residence sorted in the future. So the simple answer to this question is upskilling yourself. So upskilling means that undergoing a program that can help you in getting the relevant skills or knowledge, which can help you in securing a better job. And on the basis of that, you may become eligible to apply for residence in the future. So there are different criterias here. So I'll take one by one. So let's say if you are here on an academic or work visa, let's say you've got a wife as well who is on a dependent work visa with open conditions. So in that way, you can focus on working. Your wife can go for a program. So in that case, she doesn't need to apply for a study visa. She can do a relevant course
Pavan,
Um,
sorry. I think so. Screen is frozen. We can't see it.
no, there's only one slide.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
yeah.
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 Yeah. So basically, let's say if your wife is on open work visa conditions, in that case, she can go for a relevant program, for example, let's say teaching or healthcare. So she doesn't need to apply for a student visa in that case. So she can apply. If we can get her admission sorted, she can apply for the variation of conditions. So in that case, your visa's conditions won't be disturbed, and you will be able to apply for your pathway in the future. There are people, second category, there are people who are on academic or work visa. They are feeling a bit stuck. They are not able to understand what way to go through. Like, we attended a question of one of the guy who is working as a kitchen hand, and he's on academic or work visa. It might be a bit hard to find a job which is skill level 1 to 3. So, in that case, since he has done bachelor's degree back in the home country, he can go for the master's qualification here in New Zealand. So the master's qualification would help him in gaining 5 points for the residence, as well as 3 years of open work visa. So open work visa will give him an opportunity to look for better jobs, look for the jobs that are relevant to his field, and then he can apply for his residence in the future. So see, there are no sure short pathways, but there are ways you can navigate yourself for the better future in a way. So I think upskilling is the best way to make your way through in the future. So now coming to our team, we have got a big team here in New Zealand.
Pavan, sorry, you got frozen. Uh, 1 minute, please, everyone.
Give you guys a best advice to help
Pavan,
you with the
sorry,
right.
you had got frozen, so you have to repeat what you said. We couldn't hear you for 30 seconds.
Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes, I can see the slide now. Yeah, you have to start again. Sorry.
Okay, so I was explaining that we have got a team of 13 people. So we have got 3 advisors in house, and 2 are under training. So we'll be having 5 advisors by end of this year. So our focus is to give you guys a right advice, right guidance, so because uh, all of us have gone through this journey of student visas to work visas until we secured our residence in New Zealand. So we understand your pain, we understand your concerns, we understand your anxiety. So I think it's very important that you should start thinking about your residence right now itself, so that in the future, uh, you know you should be able to apply under one of the category.
Okay.
So I think now we can take questions, Gary. We have got time. So
Yes, we have another 10. So we take questions now. But before that, Pavan, if because I'm sure you won't be able to answer all questions. But
sure.
can you give general advice to people? What are what kind of cases you are seeing coming through, and if someone wants to come to immigration advisor like yourself, what should they be aware of? How much time does it take? All those kind of any FAQ kind of things which you can share.
Okay, so Gary, see, the thing is, uh, since the policy changes have been made by Immigration New Zealand, things have got very complicated.
Okay.
Every case is unique in nature.
Okay.
It's not like that advice I'm giving to one person applies to the second person as well.
Yeah.
It all depends upon the case to case.
Yeah.
But most of the queries we are getting these days, because everyone who has entered New Zealand, obviously they want to make it their home in the future. Okay, which means they're looking for the residence pathways. They're looking for the right opportunities. Every case is unique in its own way.
Right.
So, but most of the queries we are getting these days are around basically the residence pathways, that how they can secure themselves in the future. Even in this presentation as well, we had I think the most of the people who asked question were around the same lines.
Yeah.
So but you as a migrant, you need to understand that every case needs to be evaluated in a proper way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not possible to give the answer you're looking for in one go. Obviously, we need to go through
Yeah.
so many the
Details. Yeah.
causes, so many policies and all that stuff before we can confirm whether you will be able to qualify or not.
Perfect. Perfect.
And the second category of queries we are getting is from the people who enter New Zealand on accredited power work visa, and they have been exploited. They're not getting work, and now they're looking for the possible options. So the possible options are only either they get a suitable job, or they can uh, go for a relevant qualification by applying for a student visa.
Okay. So basically, upskilling and getting educated locally is also a very good option, you would say, right?
100%, and especially for the roles that fall under the tier 1 and tier 2 green list.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea to go for such courses that are already listed on the Immigration New Zealand's website,
Okay.
so that you can get some sort of surety that if you're investing that much big amount on your studies, you will be able to apply for residence at some time in the future.
Okay, just one more question before we go into the people's case studies. We have been getting a lot of emails and calls actually from some people who were on the accredited employer work visa, but
Yep.
the news is that they are getting renewed now, and immigration is doing more scrutiny, and some of the companies are not being successful in getting those accredited employer certification again.
Yep.
So because of that, those people are now jobless, or they have to find another job. Do you have any
Mhm.
advice for those kind of cases?
First of all, I think any migrant, especially those who are on accredited power work visa, you need to understand your rights.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very important that you should be understanding your rights. You should not be, if you feel like you're getting exploited, I think you should start evaluating your options. You should get in touch with labor inspectorate and whatsoever, to make sure that you are able to uh, get your visa sorted. And then, while you're on a migrant exploitation work visa, let's say, which is granted for 6 months, then you can start looking for, because you will be on open work visa conditions, right? So which means you can work for any employer. You will be open to work for any employer. You can look for jobs, and then you can make your way through. Again, Gary, but there is no uh, fixed rule that can be applied in all the cases.
Yes.
So everyone has their own journey.
Correct.
Everyone is struggling in their own way.
Yes.
So I think the right way to deal with this is that,
Yeah.
first of all, you need to evaluate yourself,
Yeah.
evaluate the options, and
Mhm.
if you're getting exploited, you need to
Yes.
make sure that you are getting yourself sorted so that you can apply for your next visa as soon as possible.
Correct. And that's a very important point you make, Pawan. And I would just pause and just, give a little highlight on this point that, we've seen there's a lot of migrant exploitation. Unfortunately, most of them comes from within the migrant community. So my big request to whoever is listening today is to please see that you are not being exploited by your employers. If any employer asks you for money to give you a job, that is a complete illegal activity, and that's a complete no. And if you think you have been stuck in a scam or some false promises, the earlier you blow the whistle, the better. There's Employment New Zealand website. You can go there, ask for government help. They are very supportive. Or you can email us and we can guide you to the right agency. So with that, I'll just quickly go back to some questions, and I will start unmuting, and because time is short, so please be short. Amritpreet, you can ask a question now.
So my question is like, do I need to change my visa? Like I discussed it earlier, like they are giving me opportunity to change my visa. So I need to change or not?
You would have to change your visa if any of the conditions are getting changed, so that before you can start working for your new employer.
Okay. Next, Shivam Gupta.
Hi everyone. My query from Pawan is for skilled employment. Is it like I'm doing masters currently in New Zealand and will on open work visa for skilled 1 year experience. Do I need to work for accredited employer only, or I can work for any employer and it will be counted?
It can be for any employer. That doesn't matter.
And for like it can be below median wage rate.
No, it has to be at the national median wage rate, but it can be for any employer. Doesn't
But
necessarily It has to be with the accredited employer.
When I apply for residency pathway after 1 year of experience, then it must be for from an
That's right.
accredited employer.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Shivam.
Thank you.
Mohanbir Singh, Mohanbir, you can ask your question now. I have asked you to unmute yourself. Mohanbir Singh, do you want to ask a question now? Okay, if you can't unmute Iman Talib, you can ask your question now.
Yeah.
Iman, I have unmuted you. Can you quickly unmute yourself? Yeah.
Yes, please. I have one question. I am architect engineer and my husband is a mechanical engineer. He's here in a student visa and I am work visa, but we cannot find any work yet. We applied a lot, but no luck yet. So I wanted to ask two questions. First question, what is the best option for us to proceed with the residence? Is it only finding a job? Is it possible that we can make a small business? Is this an option for us?
No, that's not an option. So you would have to look for a skilled employment with an accredited employer to qualify under this category.
What is the best way to find a job with this market situation?
See, I'm not a job recruitment expert. So, but I think what I would recommend you should start approaching the job recruitment agencies, because obviously they have got tie-ups with the different employers, and maybe you can register your details with them.
Yeah.
Gary, I think you will be a better person to
Yeah.
answer this question.
So, Iman, quickly I'll say, and that's for everyone actually here. We regularly do something called a job seeker boot camp. So that's a good one-day workshop where we take you through all the different aspects of job hunting, strategy, CV writing, interviews, etc. It's a free workshop. You don't have to pay a cent. Just turn up. So just go on our website. Our next boot camp is just next Saturday. On 15th of June. So you can sign up, and we are having 2 or 3 in the coming few months. So that will help you. Okay. So I'll go to the next question now. Thank you,
Yeah,
Iman.
Gary, before
Thank
that,
you.
I want to add on. I have got a few questions regarding job. So, and majority questions are, do we help finding a job? So I would say no, we don't help finding a job, but we have a career clinic program which is free also, which is different to boot camps. You can use that. That is career counseling you can use, and it will help you find the job. We don't find the job for you, but we can help you find the right job. So you can use that, but unfortunately we have a big queue for that. So you can alternatively use our paid career clinic service. So if you visit our website, you can just express your interest, fill out the form, and we will just put you in the queue. So whoever has asked that question, whether we help you to find the job, please visit our website and just show your interest. So we'll just keep you in the queue for career clinic. That would be the best option.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Amy. We'll quickly go on to Mohanbir Singh. Mohanbir, do you want to ask a question? Please unmute yourself quickly. Otherwise, Moto G Power, there's someone by the name of Moto G Power. Can you ask your question? Can you ask a question? Okay, I'll go to the next one. There's next one, Bhupender Singh Dhaliwal. Bhupender. Bhupender. Yeah,
Yes.
you can unmute now and ask question. Yeah.
Yes, I have a question. I got a visa as a truck driver in class 4 and 5 in June 2023. And in March 24, I have changed my employer with the VOC of the same 3 years visa. But the thing is that the contract is again on $30. Would I request to my employer to change my pay rate is 31 to 61 cents, the new median wages? But the employer said, no, you have the contract with the $30 and we have just changed the VOC only. So the conditions are the same. So you have no need to the $31.61 for the pay rate. Was it possible?
When did you start this new job? What was the exact date?
The VOC I granted on March 5.
Yeah, so technically your work experience will only be counted if you're getting paid at $31.61. You have to negotiate with your employer so that then only you will be able to qualify your points. I mean, to qualify under the transport sector agreement in the future.
I already told him, but he said no. We have just changed the VOC, the variation of conditions. The conditions are the
Bhupinder, in
same.
that case, you can get it, because what I can do is I can help you better if you call me separately sometime in next week. So
Yeah, I just want to let you know, before I got the visa from you guys, when I came with here in New Zealand,
okay.
already talked with the Parth. I don't know, he's busy. I know everyone is busy on his job. No? I already talked with the Parth on this topic. No?
Okay.
And he's already told me the same way. But I said, how do I convince my employer?
I mean, unfortunately, we
Is
can't really assist in that. I think you've got the right advice from myself and my team.
Yes,
So
yes.
I think you
I
need
already
to.
applied for the family visa from you guys
Okay.
in the
So,
last month.
sorry, Bhupinder,
Uh,
you have to email him then, Pawan, and then I think he can't help you more than that. Yeah, we have to quickly move on to the question. Okay. Thank you.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Manpreet Kaur, can you quickly ask a question?
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Sir, I am on visitor visa in New Zealand. My husband is on work visa, accredited employer work. So I did B.Ed and having teaching experience 10 years, mathematics teacher, and I have as my only BA, that is 11/7 NZ from NZQA.
Mhm.
Uh, are there any chances for PR for my side? I am on because I am on visitor visa here.
Manpreet, in your case, I think it will be better if you pursue your graduate diploma in teaching qualification here in New Zealand, because with the New Zealand qualification, attaining the license will be easy, and it will be very easy for you to secure a job as a teacher. So
Okay,
there are
sir, but
many.
I have done B.Ed as well, but it
You
is not
complete.
assessed.
Yeah, I
B.Ed.
completely understand, but what happens is, Manpreet, on the basis of B.Ed and your overseas work experience, it doesn't give you surety that you will go get a job as a teacher, because teaching council has got their own set of requirements that you need to
Okay,
meet, and employers are more confident hiring people who have got New Zealand qualification and license attained after that qualification. So
okay,
just like your case, we have dealt with and dealing with many cases who
okay,
have done B.Ed back in India and have got more than 10 years of experience as a teacher. They all have been going through undertaking this graduate diploma in teaching program, because
okay.
that way you will be assured that your case will be done in the future.
Okay.
Okay, sir, I have done IELTS as well. That is 6.5 bands, 7.5 in reading and 6.5 in listening and 6
Uh,
in
sorry.
writing.
Manpreet, sorry. We are not discussing cases in detail here, please. So you can
Okay,
email Pawan, okay, with all your details. Thank you.
okay.
Okay, Pawan, I know it's 12:05 now. Can we take one or two questions, or do you want to?
Yes, 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 we can.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take one or two quick questions. So, Madan, I've unmuted you quickly. You can ask your
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Pawan, you said that care workers need 2 years visa, 2 years work experience. My wife
Mhm.
is currently on a student visa. She's doing
Mhm.
master in health science, and she started working as a support worker since last year. And student has only 20 hours of work.
That
20
won't be
hours.
counted, Madan. It has to be a full-time experience, minimum
That
30
is
hours
full time.
guaranteed a week.
So
Yeah, yeah,
she can
unfortunately.
only apply after 1 year or 1.5 year later.
So, or work experience will only be counted if she's working full-time in that company. So if she's working part-time, that won't be counted, unfortunately.
So she has to work like full time for 2 years.
Yeah, that's right. And it also depends upon whether the sector agreement extends or not.
Yeah, as you said,
So
it's in October. I think they're changing, right?
yeah, yeah. So there could be a possibility that they may extend it. If they extend it, things may go in your favor. But
Okay.
if not, then you would have to look for some other pathway.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi,
Quickly, Arun.
yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, Arun. Yeah.
So I'm currently on an
Hello.
open work
Sorry.
visa, and my domain is into cybersecurity. So I worked as a cybersecurity engineer in Singapore and India. So my open work visa is until February 2025. So is there any possibility that I can extend my open work visa?
So your open work visa is specific purpose work visa, or is it a
For
post-study work visa?
underskilled migrant, like I had applied my residency in 2022, and I got my open work visa in February 2024, and it's expiring in February 2025. So can I extend it further?
You can only extend it if your employer is supporting you. So if they have got a job token, they have got job check approval from Immigration New Zealand, using that, you will be able to extend it. So you have to talk to your company for that.
Okay, now currently I'm searching for a job. So
So you're
uh,
searching for a job. So yeah, so okay, so sorry. So in that case, you need to find a job where your company is able to support you to get your visa extended.
okay.
You cannot extend your open work visa to open work visa, but you have to find a job
Uh-huh.
that can help you in getting your accredited employer work visa sorted.
Okay,
Or you
because
can apply
open
for a,
work visa doesn't need accredited sponsorship, right?
no, but if you want to get your visa extended
Uh-huh.
to an accredited employer work visa, then you definitely need a job check approval from an accredited employer.
Okay, this is after the visa going to expire, right?
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Okay. I think Pawan has answered your
Thank you.
question. Thank you, Sindhu. Okay. I'm asking Mohanbir Singh to unmute himself, but Mohanbir, you are not unmuting yourself, so you can't ask.
Hello.
Yeah. Quickly, can you ask a question now? Yeah.
Hello, Pawan. Pawan, I just let you know, I am on an open work permit on the behalf of my wife, and we are arrived in New Zealand last year in May. And my wife, she's done also a BSc nursing. Now she doing accredited employer work visa as a level 4, and I also done my GNM nursing in India, and we both are working with the level 4. And how we can put our residency in future when we got the 2-year experience. And my wife, she started at 28.75. Now it increased by the 29.10, and I am a week over, like I get the 29.60. And how we can pursue with our residency pathway to residence?
So Mohanbir, the way you have explained me, it seems like you guys are already on your pathway to accumulate your work experience. So I believe after completing 2 years of your work experience, you will be able to apply under the workforce sector agreement. So you can get in touch with me separately, so I can assess both the profiles of you and your wife, and then I can let you know what would be the best one to go for.
Okay. Thank you. So should we pause now, Pawan?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
we can.
I think, okay, we'll pause now. So people who have not been able to take your questions, please, Pawan, can you stop the screen
Yep.
share, please? Yeah. So please email us your questions, and we will definitely pass it on to Pawan. And Pawan, can we have your word that you will come back to our people and
Yes,
definitely.
the only request I would like to make
Yeah.
our audience, because every case is unique, every case needs detailing.
Yeah.
So you need to give us enough time, because we are going through a very busy period, because immigration has made a lot of changes. So things are not sometimes sometimes it's not very easy to advise at the same time itself. So we need time so that we can evaluate your profile and give you the right guidance. And most of the queries we have got today are for the people who are sort of on their pathway to residence, or sort of able to make some points under the skilled migrant category. They need a further guidance. So I would request them again to drop their email IDs, and we will send the residence assessment form. So we have got one set form that we use for our clients, potential clients, so that they can fill in all the details. It has been designed in a way that it will help us in evaluating how you can make your way through. We can give you the
So
right Just that way.
So Pawan, can you, if you send that to us, can we send it to everyone? And whoever has any questions, then they can fill that form and give that
Sure.
question to you directly.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think we'll do that, and that's a very good idea, Pawan, so that they have the right information. And so on that note, Pawan, thank you so much for joining and for your valuable time. I think this was very, very insightful. And we hope that we do that now every quarter, and that's what we are thinking, that we'll call Pawan after every 2-3 months, because unfortunately immigration policies also keep changing very frequently, and keeps all of us in big problem. So thank you, Pawan. But while I'm just a request to everyone, and a few more information bits for you. So look, while there is a lot of confusion on all the policies, and we have to keep upgrading ourselves, so I would request everyone to have a look into how you can upskill yourself, how you can upgrade yourself. Also, another very important part is, which we often underestimate, is the power of soft skills. Have you understood the Kiwi work environment? How good are you in English? Because this is an English speaking country. So please do not underestimate, your communication skills, which are very important, whether it is verbal or written. So we keep doing those kind of workshops, which will help you, guide you into all of these aspects. I will encourage you to quickly go on our website. I will just share our website as well, which is migrantcareers.org.nz. And on our website, you will get some information which will be very helpful for you. I will quickly go take you through our website. 1 minute. 1 second. Sorry, I don't know why I'm not being able to share that, but on that's migrantcareers.org.nz, and on that website we have our job seeker bootcamp, which is coming up, so you can register for that. Even there is something called Career Clinic, which Amy also told you about. That is 2 free 1-hour sessions, one-on-one with a New Zealand career expert, and that can really help you to either want to update your CV, or if you are having an interview, you want to get some experience on how to face that interview, or even if you're not even sure what to do with your career, those are the right people who can guide you. But mind you that the complimentary one is, there's a big queue for up to 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So what we have done is, we have something which has a partial funding. So it's a paid service. Also in the homepage itself, you'll see there's a paid service which is discounted by our funding. The advantage of that is, you can get an immediate appointment with some of our experts. So if that suits you, then even that service is available. So please do that, and our team will come back to you. So on that note, thank you so much, and thank you, Pawan, again, to you and to Yana Careers for all that you do for our communities. Thank you, Amy, for your support as well, and thank you everyone for participating. Do follow us on our Facebook, LinkedIn. We keep posting a lot of jobs. We keep posting a lot of free resources. So keep following us on our social media, and best of luck for your job search. Thank you. Bye-bye.